All right, so here the problems in IXL is writing variable expression word problems. Okay, so the goal is for you to read this problem and then find the expression that matches this the best. Okay, matches the scenario. Okay, so what you have to do is read it. So let's read it together. Haley has F fish in her fish tank. Carson has 3 times as many fish as Haley. Choose the expression that shows how many fish Carson has. Okay, so I think the easiest way for you to solve this problem is to give F a certain value, just a random value, and then determine how you would normally solve this problem. So let's just say, for example, we say that Haley has 5 fish, right? So if Haley has 5 fish in her fish tank and Carly has 3 times as many fish as Haley, what would you do? Okay, to find how many fish that Carson has. So if Haley has 5 and Carson has 3 times as much, then we know that that's a multiplication problem. 5 times 3 would give us 15, and that will give us how many fish Carson has. So which of these expression fits that? It's not a subtraction, not a division, not an addition. It's this multiplication problem right here. So 3F is what you would pick. So here's another type of problems that you will get. The manager of a toy store bought 10 toy cars. The cars came in P packages. Write an expression that shows how many toys were in each package. Okay, so this is a very good example of a division problem. Okay, so imagine the toy store manager bought a total of 10 toy cars, right? And the cars came in P number of packages. We don't know how many packages. So what we have to do is imagine. Let's just put 3. Substitute 3 into the P packages. Okay. So what would make sense here? We have a total of 10 toy cars, and let's say we put the 10 cars into, let's change it to 2. P equals 2. If we multiply 10 by 2, that'll give us 20 cars. That doesn't make any sense. So if we plus 2 to the 10 cars, that doesn't make any sense. We're actually dividing it into separate packages. So that's where we have to take 10 toy cars divided by P or divided by 2 to give us an answer of 5. But in this case, our expression would be 10 divided by P to get the number of cars per package. Guys, here's a tip for solving these problems. Okay, if it gets too confusing, you can substitute a number into the variable and reread the question again. So let's just stick with the number 2. So Katie bought 9 used books at a book sale. Each book cost $2. Write an expression that shows how many dollars Katie spent. So we wanted to know how many dollars she spent total. So if we use the number 2 instead of D, then we know that we would do 9 times 2 to get the total dollars. So in this case, we would write an expression using multiplication. So 9 times D is what we would write in as an answer to this problem. Okay, so when you get stuck, just insert a number like 2 or 3 into the space of the variable, and that'll help you solve the problem or help you determine how you would solve the problem. You guys are just so used to working with the number, and then them throwing in a variable just makes it confusing, but it's not that confusing, okay? Okay, so now we are doing problems involving evaluating variable expression word problems. There's a few parts that you need to pay attention to. Let's read this question together. Tony babysits his neighbor's children to earn extra money. He earns 10 plus 5 dollars for every hour that he babysits. So here we learn that the expression is 10 plus 5 dollars. Last night, Tony babysat the neighbor's children for 2.5 hours. Okay. How much money did Tony earn last night? Okay, so the thing to look for is H. H is the variable that we are trying to solve for. Okay, so we know that she did 2.5 hours. So we can insert 2.5 into the H up there, and that will give you the answer. That's how you solve the equation.